Hello, this is Annalisa from Faith Dream Create, and welcome back to my channel. Today's card is going to be an encouragement card for whatever occasion you need. So I'm going to be creating a alcohol inked background with the Tim Holtz alcohol inks. So I'm just adding in the color, and then I'm going to get out my blending solution, use the ink blower tool, and create a fun background. So I'm using some yellows and blues, and that's going to create some greens when I blend it together, and I really like how this background turned out. I'm loving experimenting with the alcohol inks. I just love that you get a different look every time, and you never really know what you're going to get. It's like a process, it's like an experiment, and you just get to play and create this really, really fun background and keep adding in the colors until you're happy with it. And sometimes you just have to be like, just stop and just go with it, and yeah, you just want to keep going, but stop when you are pleased with it and make the most of the fun of alcohol inks. This is new to me, but I'm having so much fun with it. I feel like it's not super new to me anymore, but I don't always pull them out. So every time I pull them out, it's a learning curve, and it's a fun process to experiment and just keep experimenting with these inks. So now I'm adding in some of the gold from the gold alloy, and that's going to create a fun effect in the background. Add a little bit of sparkle and shine to the background as well. So I'm able to create 2 cards from this background, which is super awesome. You're going to see that I just cut it down and use the die with the words that I'm going to use, and I'm able to do it 2 times. I love when I can create 2 cards with 1 background and 1 cut of a die. Makes it super awesome, super simple to get 2 cards made right away. So I'm going to set this aside, but I love how the alcohol ink shines on the Yupo paper, and especially when you add in that gold, super cool. I love that I only used 2 alcohol ink colors and was able to create the green in there as well. So as you can see, I'm just cutting these down so I can get 2 cards done at the same time. I'm using the Tim Holtz paper trimmer to cut these down, and then we will get to creating the cards. Yes, please. Okay, so let's finish cutting this up, getting the right size for my card base. Oh, I just love how it looks on that white background. Super cool. I'm also going to bring in a black mat, which you will see in a little bit, but first, this is the Bold Text 2 die set from Tim Holtz. So I'm going to be using the die You Got This, and I'm going to be able to create 2 cards with the letters and then the negative leftover part once you cut out the letters. So this is the Sizzix Sidekick, and I'm going to quickly cut this out in black. I love that I can just bring this onto my desk, and it doesn't take up a lot of room. Love my Big Shot, but it's nice to have a quick little machine as well. So I'm using black for my sentiment so that it stands out, that it's big and bold like the die set says on this background. And then I'm going to use a thumbtack to poke out all of the little pieces that get stuck in there, all of the letters that get stuck in there. You can use any little tool that has a ability to poke it out, but I just grabbed the thumbtacks that I store on my pegboard and popped these out of the die if they got stuck. So adding the words in, getting them out. And you could definitely add anything underneath this. Like, you got this, mom. You got this, homeschool mom. You got this, friend, you don't need to add anything either like I did, but if you want to go the next step and personalize this, you could say, "You got this, Annalisa, you got this." You could totally personalize this as well, but "you got this" says so much too. The message on the inside can emphasize what this encouragement card is representing for your loved ones. So just gluing these letters down now with the Barely Art glue, getting them into place so we can keep on moving on with this card. So I love how this background pops on the white. You could definitely leave it. The white border is definitely really pretty as well, but I'm going to go the extra mile and add in some more black just to make this background stand out even more and make it have a little bit of white border and then a black border, and then you have the brightness of the alcohol inked background, and then you have the black of the sentiment, and it all just flows together. So I'm going to use the Spectrum Noir Sparkle pen, the clear overlay pen, to add some sparkle to these words, because why not? So much sparkle, so much fun. I really like how this adds to the background as well and brings in a little bit more sparkle and shine. The Yippo paper has this glossy, shiny effect, and now the letters have that as well. So I'm just going to go ahead and adhere this down to the black paper. Had to switch to the Nouveau Art glue to get some more glue flowing. So as you can see, here is the black paper, and I'm just going to cut it down with my paper trimmer, and then we can get it on to the card base. Like I said, I love that I can create two cards with the same background and the same die set. So you're going to see how I do that here in a second as we keep moving along. Sometimes I just like to get out my scissors and trim it out because the paper cutter makes me super nervous when trimming out borders like this, but I was able to go ahead and do it with the paper trimmer today. So I just adhered that background to the card base, and there it is, all shiny, glossy, really, really fun. So let's move on to card number 2. So there is the background, and then I'm just cutting this "you got this" negative part down a little bit, and then I will go ahead and add in the O part to make it look, I don't know, like the original, like the actual letters. So gluing this negative part down, and then I'm going to add in that dot in the center of the O. And that just finishes it off, makes it look more like a letter. And then I'm adding that clear overlay pen from Spectrum Noir marker. Spectrum Noir. It is a Spectrum Noir marker, just in clear. So adding that sparkle and shine over the sentiment, and then we can go ahead and glue the background onto some black paper like I did in the first one, and get everything adhered together. And I will have all of the supplies that I'm using in today's video linked down below in the description box. If you ever want to get a closer look or purchase some of these products for yourself, you can go ahead and check out those links down below, get some more details, because I have to speed these videos up so that they don't take forever for you to watch and be inspired by. So sometimes things move quickly on the screen, so you can definitely check out those links and get a closer look. So here is the finished cards. 2 cards with the 1 background and 1 die cut. I love how they turned out. If you liked today's video, definitely give this video a thumbs up and consider subscribing to my channel because I have more content coming your way, and I would love for you to join me here on my channel, and I hope to inspire you along the way. Bye for now.